We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Now, I want to do a really quick review of this Bluetooth speaker that I got. And if you guys remember a couple of months back, I got a Bluetooth speaker from a company called Creative, which I'm sure you all have heard of from their many different products that are out there, especially I know them from computer speakers. But they had a Bluetooth speaker out there, which I kind of liked. It had all sorts of weird functions on it, like you could record your conversations or your voice or whatever. Well, they have an upgraded version of it. And this one, according to their website, which I'm going to click on right now, I think it costs I think that the retail is $369.99.
Okay.
So it's not a cheap one. And this is it right now. It's the iRoar. Now you should be able to see this on the video. I am hoping. I don't know.
Yeah,
how to frame this.
bring it like right in front of you, because
There you go. Right here. Okay. So the iRoar, it is a black glossy box on the front here, and there are speaker grills on like 4 of the 6 sides of this thing. So it's ridiculous. So there's a speaker grill here in the very front, or in this little circle here. There's actually dual mics on the front. On the bottom, there's 2 drivers here. I'm hitting my mic like crazy trying to do this. These are, I don't know, passive radiators, woofers, or whatever. These are the sides have the bass, and underneath here it looks like there's more speaker grill, but I'm sure that's not what there is. On the top, there are all sorts of inputs, including power, a micro USB thingy for card slot for recording audio again, a couple of switches, optical in, a 3.5 millimeter jack, and a normal size USB port for charging your phone, which works very well, by the way, because that's what I normally use it for. I'm going to turn the stupid thing on, and it's going to probably make some sort of noise. Let's see.
Yeah, it turned on a little red light, but that was oh, there you go.
Yeah. Connected. It is now connected to my phone in the other room,
That was
which I
pretty
forgot
quick.
I was connected. So it does. It is. It has all sorts of crazy features on it. Now, the thing I'm going to turn it off because it's almost certainly going to do something stupid if I don't. Oh, I put it in pairing mode. Sorry, I take it back. Whatever. Anyway, turn it off. Thank you. So, this thing is insane with the amount of stuff it can do. First of all, when it came, the speaker itself came, but with it also came a little dongle for your computer if you don't have Bluetooth. This is a Bluetooth dongle, and it is aptX and all that stuff certified. So if you have like an older computer that doesn't have aptX, so you can get the best possible Bluetooth connection, they got you covered right there. So for $369, I figure like that's not so bad. It's got its own app where you can set EQ curves, and it's got like a audiophile mode and a bass mode and a whatever. It's this thing's crazy. Like it's like they literally put the kitchen sink in this thing. Like you can record your voice and your calls and stuff like that as you're doing it. But there's also with the app you can change your voice. Like if you're making a call, you can change your voice with the app. It has like a voice, and they have like
a modulator.
Yes, they have like 30
Okay.
different voices. Like orc is an option.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what? It's just sort of the amount of stuff that you can do with this thing is just silly. What I really kind of cared about was I've been using the BenQ. Remember the one with the ears, the little flaps?
Sure.
The
electrostatic ones, yeah.
The electrostatic ones, which I like. They sound pretty good. I've always said that, but they're very directional, and literally, I almost always had them up at max volume just because they were not very loud.
Okay.
And that's kind of fine, but occasionally you want them to be louder. This thing is the exact opposite. It sounds very good. I'm very pleased with the sound. It is also a little directional. I know they say that there's not, but this thing seems to be mostly where the tweeter action is.
Okay.
So but you're not meant to point this towards you. You're meant to lie straight down on its back like that, which I found very odd because there are 2 drivers here that are supposed to be pointing forward. So you can use this in the stereo mode. You can set it up to have 2 of them if you're going to spend $369 a pop to have these on the side of your TV or something. I don't know why you would do that, but you could. But I found that if I wanted really good directional sound, or higher, a little bit more high frequency response, I had to point this little circle at me. But it's meant to be face straight up, but it is super loud, like insanely loud. Like my wife complains about it. She's like, "Can you turn it down?" I'm like, "I can't. I try to turn it down, it goes off. It's like off or loud.
Ah.
In order to get it to like a volume that I like, because it has a volume control. It's all haptic feedback and all that, or whatever. The tactile, not haptic, but you know,
Like
you
touch
just
responsive, yeah.
Yeah, the inductive is what I meant. So you touch it so it's like a 1 through 10 dial. Like 1 is too loud for my wife.
Right.
Well, it's like sitting right next to the dinner table is where I usually keep things. And if I want a little background music, it just doesn't get low enough. So in order to get it the exact right, I have to go into my phone, and I can't even control it with my phone as far as like the volume buttons on the side. I have to like start controlling it and then take the little slider and use it with my finger in order to get it to the right volume. This thing will also let you attach more than one device to it. Technically, it works. I know that it's happened many times before. Because my friend and I will both fight over to see whose playlist gets played. But we found that sometimes the volume goes kind of wonky. Like it'll suddenly get really super loud, or one person thinks they're controlling it and they can't, or they can't take it over and that sort of stuff. It has accessories that go along with it. They sent me this. It's a little microphone. Yeah, it's a Bluetooth mic, which has like a string, and this is actually a clip here you can clip on. So if you're I think it's kind of meant for presentation. So if you had this in your office at work and you wanted to do a presentation to a larger group, you could just throw this around your neck or clip it onto your pocket, connects to the speaker and all that. It's got the world's worst. This little wind guard thing. It's got a magnet in here. It's awful. It's terrible, that thing. But it works well. It connects well. It's as good as Bluetooth gets. People are like, what does that mean? I'm like, 33 feet, line of sight, not a windy day, no microwaves in the room. That sort of thing. So it works. The way that Bluetooth tends to. But I really like it. So it's $369. It's really $370, I guess. It's really pricey. But considering the amount of stuff it does, you can kind of go, well, I can kind of see why they're charging that much. But at the same time, I really don't need it to do any of that stuff. Like, almost ever. I just want it to play music. And it does that real well. So, if you're interested in any of those other things, I suggest you check it out.
All
so
right.
That's my real quick review of the Creative iRoar. Why does it have to be I? Because it has to. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.